let's just redo it. Okay.
Welcome to Rogers That Podcast. Your hosts for today's podcast are Hi, I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Nelly.
And today we have a great opportunity to interview Mrs. Saraiva, who is an assistant principal at RPMS. Welcome, Mrs. Saraiva. Thank you for taking time to talk with us today. Our goal is to help our viewers learn more about potential jobs and careers in our community. We really appreciate you joining us.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
Sure. So I am Miss Saraiva. I am an assistant principal here at Rogers Park. I am first generation American, so I am the first one along with my identical twin sister to have been born here in the United States. My family is from Portugal. So my parents did emigrate here and settled in Danbury. I went to Broadview Middle School as a kid, and then we did move to Southbury. I currently live in Southbury with my dog, and my twin sister doesn't live very far away. And that's pretty much, a snapshot of me. I'm also trilingual. I do speak Spanish and Portuguese as well, and I'm excited to be here.
Can you describe your job as an assistant principal?
Sure. So it's very different from being in the classroom. So it was a big jump for me. I was a middle school Spanish teacher in New Milford for 17 years, and I was also a world language department chair at that middle school, and this is my second year here as an assistant principal at Rogers Park. Mrs. Battaglia and I, the other assistant principal, we work very closely with Dr. Zalita, our principal, in just making sure the logistics of the school building, like making sure that the building runs smoothly and making sure that our students feel safe. And that they have a really great middle school experience. A lot of what Mrs. Battaglia and I do is the discipline piece and just making sure that our students feel a sense of belonging and feel safe here at school.
What training did you have to do to become an assistant principal?
Okay, so I actually have 3 degrees. So I have my bachelor's in Spanish and secondary education. Then I have my master's in curriculum. So in Connecticut, any teacher that decides to stay in the profession needs a master's, and then to become an assistant principal, it's another degree on top of your master's. I have a 6-year degree in educational leadership. So I did that, and then there was a lot to build my resume. As I said, I was a world language department chair to help build my leadership skills. So I was the head of the language department, and I did a lot of I led a lot of different committees in my former school. And then I interviewed here. I was interested in coming to Danbury and giving back to a community that gave me so much, and here I am, and I'm very grateful.
Did you work at any other schools before RPMS?
Yep, so as I stated, I've only worked at 2 schools. This is my 19th year in education, so I was at Schaghticoke Middle School in New Milford for 17 years, and now this is my second year here at RPMS.
How long have you been an assistant principal for RPMS?
So I've been an assistant principal for 2 years.
Why did you decide to be an assistant principal?
So this is an interesting question. For me, it was a lot about my own growth and proving to myself that I could do more, just pushing myself. As I said, I was a middle school teacher for 17 years, and I absolutely loved that job, and I loved being in the classroom with my students. I don't think it was until I became a department chair that I started to think more about going the leadership route. And, Danbury was a community that gave me so much. I felt as though I could relate to the kids and the kids could relate to me. As I said, my parents were immigrants from Portugal. They worked a lot of jobs, and I was an ESL student, and I just felt like the kids could see themselves in me, and I wanted to push myself and be a mentor to kids and just show them everything that they can accomplish, because I feel like there are a lot of similarities between me and the kids here, and I just wanted to be a role model and a mentor to the kids here in Danbury so that they could see everything that they could accomplish too.
Do you enjoy your job as an assistant principal?
I love it. I love it. There are hard days. Absolutely, there are hard days, but I love what I do. It's been a great opportunity for my own professional growth. It's been a great opportunity to just be in a different school district. I love the kids here. I love the staff, like my colleagues. It's just been an amazing experience. And there are different challenges every single day. And I never know what I'm walking into, but it's been such an amazing opportunity, and I just love the team here.
Do you enjoy working with the kids, since you became a assistant principal?
Yeah, I love it. The kids bring a lot of ideas to the administration, and it's nice to be able to work with the kids. I'd say that that's one of the pieces that I have really missed in this role, because as a teacher and having been a teacher for so long, I was in the trenches with the kids. And, it's nice when the kids bring us ideas, just like the dance, the reward day on February 11th and doing the dance, that was the kids, that was their idea, that was all student-led. And they're constantly bringing us ideas, and just being able to even sit down with kids and have conversations and help them reflect on choices that they've made and things like that. It's been really rewarding, and I'd say that is probably my favorite part of the position, of the role, is just being able to sit down and talk to the kids.
How do you communicate with students and teachers?
So I would say that I have a very transparent and open communication style with kids and teachers. In terms of modes of communication, it could be anything, phone calls, email, all of that. We do have an open door policy here at RPMS, so teachers, kids, everybody, colleagues, they always know that they can come in and talk to me, and I pride myself on that.
What's the biggest challenge of your job?
That's a good one. I think being in a leadership position can be difficult, right? Because a lot falls on your shoulders. I would say the hardest part is you never really know what you're walking into. You never know. It's always something different every single day. And you come in with the mindset, my mindset every day is just in regards to keeping kids happy and keeping kids safe. So in regards to the biggest challenge, I would just say no 2 days are ever the same. You never know what you're walking into, so it's always very different, but that's also what keeps it exciting.
What is the most rewarding part of your job?
Being with the kids. I think anybody that's in education would say that, no matter, it doesn't matter what role they hold, whether they're in the classroom, they're in a leadership role. The most exciting part of the job is just being with the kids, because at the end of the day, that's why we're here.
What is your day-to-day routine like?
Okay, so I wake up at 5 a.m. to get ready here to come to work. The first thing I do is check my school email and handle anything that I have to handle. I am out the door by like 6 a.m. I pull in around 6:30. And when I come in, the first thing that I do is work on morning announcements, as you saw them this morning. And I start going through my emails and I make a list and prioritize my day. You know, it doesn't always work out that way, like what I have planned for the day, because things come up. But, you know, that's pretty much it. And then after work, I go home, I continue, I check my email, and I close my computer like around 7 o'clock. And then I wind down with my dog. We eat our dinner and we, you know, watch a little TV before we go to bed, and I wake up and do it all over again.
Now we have some middle school questions. This is part 3. What was middle school like for you, and what are your favorite middle school memories?
I loved middle school. I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but as I said, I went to Broadview Middle School. I had an amazing time there. If I could go back, I would definitely go back. Everyone was really kind, and we were just like, we were all friends. Like, it was one big family. I had my twin sister with me, and then I had 2 best friends, and we're 40 now, and I'm still, like, they're still 2 of my best friends. I'm still really, really close to them. I was in middle school in the 90s, so it was just good times, and we used to, like, walk home, we used to walk to school, and we used to hang out after school and, you know, watch movies and listen to music, and it was just some of the, you know, I have some of the best memories from middle school. It was a lot of fun, and I was like involved in chorus and all these different clubs, and it was an awesome experience.
Were you like excited not excited, were you sad when you left?
I was sad, and for me it was very sad, because that's when I moved to a different town. And so when I left middle school, when I graduated 8th grade, I left all my friends, and then that's when I started school in Southbury. So I went from Danbury to Southbury. So not only did I leave middle school and kind of lose those friends, I went to a different high school, you know, in a different town. It was very, very different from Danbury. So it was hard going from middle school to high school. Already making that transition can be hard for kids, but on top of it, I had to do it without my friends. So I had to make all new friends, and it was hard. Like my first year, my freshman year, I did not like high school. It was a hard transition, and I missed my friends, and I wanted to go to Danbury High where they were. But I would say that it probably took a good year, my freshman year, for me to transition, make that transition, and be okay with where I was. Yes.
When you were in middle school, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, so many things. I wanted to sing. I wanted to be a singer. I think we all have aspirations like that. But I always knew that I would be in education. From the time I was little, I wanted to teach. I used to line up my dolls or my cousins, and I would teach. I would, you know, carry stickers around with me in my pockets. If I didn't teach, I probably would have pursued a career as like a counselor or a therapist. That was the other thing I was interested in.
What advice would you give to middle school students today?
Just be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself, love yourself, and just try to make really good choices and always believe in yourself. It's hard, especially now, I think, growing up as a kid, especially with social media and all of that, but I think it's important to remember that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and it's important to be yourself and believe in yourself and know that you are, as we say every morning in the morning announcements, capable of achieving your dreams, and just don't give up, because you have the whole world at your fingertips.
What hobby or activity do you enjoy outside of being an assistant principal?
So I really value time with my friends and my family, so that is probably my number one. It doesn't matter what we're doing. My best friend is my identical twin sister. We spend a lot of time together on the weekends. I enjoy spending time with my dog too. He's like everything to me. And I like normal things. I like to go out to dinner. I like to listen to live music. I like to shop. I like to vacation if and when I can, and just travel and just like meet new people and see new places, because there's just so much to see out there. And then I also like to relax. I like to watch some TV.
What kind of music do you enjoy, and do you have a favorite artist or song?
This one here would probably be surprising to most people. I really like all music, like everything. Like I like, rap, I like pop, I like country, alternative, all of it. But if you were to ask me what my favorite is, I would say rap, hip hop. My favorite artist or song, like I really, he's hasn't been around for a while, but I used to like Lil Jon. I like Future, but I pretty much like everybody. If my Spotify playlist, if you were to look at it, it's got everything from country to pop to hip hop to all of it.
Who has been the most influential person in your life, and why?
I would say my parents. I wouldn't be where I am today without my parents. I think my parents did an amazing job raising the three of us, my sister, my brother, and I. They taught us the value of hard work and taught us that anything's possible. As I said, my parents emigrated to the United States and they worked many jobs each. My dad was a school custodian and did landscaping. My mom, was a secretary and worked in stores, and everything that they did was for us. And, even though we're grown now in our 40s, everything that they do is still for us. And I think they were probably my biggest inspiration, and I wouldn't be where I am without them. And yeah, just them. I'm very grateful for my parents.
What's your favorite place to visit in Connecticut or Danbury, and why do you love it?
In Connecticut, I would say the beaches. My happy place is probably when I'm near the water. So when I do get some time off in the summertime, I like to just go and sit near the water. So I really, really enjoy going to like Fairfield, or anywhere near the water, anywhere where I can just be near the water, just look at the water, listen to the water, listen to the waves. While I'm reading a book, that's probably my favorite place to be.
Now we've got some this or that questions.
Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Summer or winter?
Summer, but not too hot. I don't like it to be too humid.
Dine in or dine out?
Dine out. I like to be out.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Favorite book or movie?
My favorite book or movie. Gosh, there's so many. My favorite movie. I'm probably gonna have to go with the 90s, and this is why I was saying, like, I had such good memories from the 90s, like, when I was a kid. I would probably say my favorite movie is, like, Father of the Bride. I like good, wholesome, like, movies, feel-good movies. So I would say probably Father of the Bride. I like that movie a lot.
That concludes our discussion with Ms. Saraiva. We truly appreciate you spending time with us today to tell us a little bit about yourself and profession. Thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Rogers That. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.